Fiscal policy was among many of the issues you focused on in Congress. And Cole, you were an intern with the Concord Coalition recently. So I'm going to ask you this. In an era of massive deficits and emergency responses to a pandemic, what does fiscal responsibility even mean right now, specifically to you, Congressman, first?
Well, right now, with COVID-19 challenge before us, this is not the time to do the conventional budgeting. We have a very serious emergency facing our country. Millions of people are being adversely affected to the point of not having food and worrying about losing their homes, et cetera. So this is not the time for the usual conversations. But it is time now for those who are choosing to want to be our representatives in the Congress on November the 3rd, it is important for them to begin to think of what they are going to do and how they're going to do it when they're elected as the new Congress convenes next year.
Cole, you mentioned being 25 and thinking about these issues from someone who's just starting out their career and the perspective you have and the concerns you have. What message would you want to communicate to your fellow classmates at Texas A&M Law or other members of your generation in terms of whether they should even care about these issues long term?
Yeah, Chase, I think that is the challenge, is getting people to actually care about the national debt as an issue. It's not one that recurs frequently on mainstream news. If you turn on the TV at night, it's not something that you often read about in the newspaper, but it's just so mind-boggling to me to see the number 26 trillion. I wrote it out the other day, just 26 trillion, and it's just like, you can't even conceive of that number. And just intuitively, you can suspect there's an issue there. It's one that we're going to have to address, or the issue itself will address us. And I hope it's not the latter one. I hope we can proactively do that. But I think what's critical for people our age that are getting interested in this issue is to just ask questions. And I think that's something that Concord does well, is looking at this through an objective lens, soliciting perspectives from different ends of the spectrum and getting different ideas, because the issue is so complex. It touches so many different areas. We have to discuss them. We have to ask questions. We have to wrestle with it.